Welcome to the barn on the farm for a video about how to help your sacral iliac joint, your SI joints on the bottom of your lower back. It can be a fussy area. So today we'll focus on strengthening your back, which honestly you might find relief relatively quickly. So join me in your barn from 1855 or your living room or wherever you might be for this slow and short flow. We'll come starting on in our table, thinking about our alignment here, your elbows and wrists right under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips. Just take a little wiggle back and forth, feeling your body, feel how your hips feel today. Maybe a left and right circle, right and left. And then coming into your stable table. Just inhaling here, exhaling. Extend through the right foot, extending your leg out long. And then bending through the right knee, so your right foot is flat, your foot is flexed, and it's as though you could be standing on the ceiling. So on an inhale, you'll be lifting your foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. As a bonus, you can really press into your hands when you do knee to nose and get a nice little shoulder stretch. We'll do this 10 times with your own breath. I know it might seem like a lot, but bear with me. We are strengthening an area that might not get a lot of attention. I think I'm approaching 10. I'm bad about counting when talking. If this isn't 10 for you, by all means, take your time. Pause the video. Otherwise, bring your right knee back to the ground, extend through your left leg, bend through your left leg, and we'll do the same 10 on this side. With your breath, inhaling, lifting just a bit more. Exhale, knee to nose, pressing through your hands, your shoulders. You might find it easiest to point your toes as you come knee to nose, but then flex your foot again on the lift when your leg is at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to guess I need one more. And then settle that left knee back to the earth. Walking your hands backwards, coming onto your knees, and then coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat is fine. We're not going anywhere from here. Bend your knees generously. Your feet should be hip distance apart since we just came from table. And let your head hang here, really releasing through your back. Shake your head, yes and no. Your hands can be at opposite elbows or on the floor, wherever they're comfortable. And then placing the left hand on the mat under your heart space and really bending through your left knee, extending through your right knee, lifting your right arm. Bending through the left knee allows your sacrum to follow the direction of the twist. So here you're thinking about twisting through the core and opening through the heart space. We have just a little bit of play and wiggle room in our SI joint, and we don't want to initiate twists from that region. So allowing our sacrums to move prevents that from happening. And returning the right hand to the earth, bending both knees, placing your right hand underneath your heart space, bending your right knee, extending to the left, raising your left hand to the sky. Again, thinking about twisting from your core and opening your heart space and allowing your sacrum to follow the twist just a bit. And exhale, returning your right hand to the ground, coming to your knees, walking your hands forward, finding your table again. We'll repeat our first exercise one more time. This time just to a count of 4. So inhale, your leg back, bend your knee. Inhale, pressing upwards. Exhale, knee to nose. 5 times with your breath. That's 5 for me. I'll return my right knee to the ground, extend through the left leg, bend it, press up, knee to nose. And then settling your left knee to the ground, taking your knees as wide as your mat, and coming into a nice yummy child's pose. Again, allowing your back to rest, forehead against the mat. If it's more comfortable for you to have your knees right under your chest, that's fine. Wherever you are, breathing into your back. Then on your next inhale, use your hands to walk yourself up, and then walk your legs through to a seated position. Bringing your right knee in, hugging it in, not crossing over your leg. We'll practice twisting again and allowing our sacrums to follow. So with your left hand on your right leg, just opening through the core and allowing your hips to move on your mat. Not using your arm as leverage, not throwing your arm open with momentum, helping yourself to twist, but just initiating your core, using your core to initiate the twist. And then returning to center, switching which leg is up. Right hand holds your left knee, allowing your sacrum to move here. So your sit bones are not parallel in this twist. You may hear this pose to be cued different ways, as in leave your sit bones parallel, but in the interest of relieving our SI joint, allow your sit bones to move. Return to neutral. Coming back to our feet, we'll switch, we'll come forward, allowing our hips to fall to the mat, coming into a prone position, face resting on the mat, hands at your hips facing towards the sky, taking an inhale and an exhale here. We're setting up for locust. We'll do this 3 different times, and the first time, just focus on raising your feet off the mat. So on an inhale, lifting your legs. 3 breaths here. And then lowering to the mat. This time we'll lift our upper bodies off the mat, so think about pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. As you inhale, lifting your chest off the mat, your hands can come off the mat here as well, keeping your neck as neutral as you can. Feel free to lower slowly on your 3rd exhale, allowing your face to rest on the mat. And this time, our full expression of locust, raising your upper body and your lower body on an inhale. Lift. And exhale, lower. Placing your hands under your shoulders. We'll come back through to a seated position to come through slowly onto our backs. You'll need a block for this next suggestion, but if you don't have a block, that's okay. Maybe you have a hardbound copy of a large book like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, something like that could work. Come to lie on your back, setting up for bridge, and then placing that block under your sacrum. Extend through your feet, Feet wide, wider than your hips, maybe at the edges of your mat. And then just rest your hands on your belly. This is a good place to come to allow your SI, your sacrum and your ilium to negotiate that space. They may have a little bit of a discussion. Breathe into it and relax, allowing them to have that discussion. Now, if it hurts, stop letting them have that discussion. But if it's just an interesting feeling, follow it. Something else you can try is bringing one knee into your chest at a time, allowing one leg to rest down. Staying here for as long as you'd like, really. A couple minutes. And then switching which leg is hugged. Relaxing through your feet here. You could even take Shavasana here with your hands up to the sky. Your legs as wide as you'd like, at least the distance of the mat. Closing your eyes, listening to your breath and the noises around you. Maybe the wind is bringing a storm in like it is here. Maybe you hear the birds. Maybe your dogs are playing. Just breathing wherever you are. And beginning to wake up your body again. Wiggling your hands and feet, giving your arms and legs a shake. Bringing your feet back as though you're setting up for bridge to lift your hips and remove your block or your book. And then extending your legs long again, just to feel what your lower back feels like after incorporating the block and the supported bridge pose. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that was helpful. Try it a few times, see if it helps. I felt a difference. I did this twice yesterday and now twice today, and actually even this morning my back was feeling strong and well used instead of speaking to me painfully. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want something else, I can certainly make a yoga for sciatica video if it's something you're interested in. Otherwise, the light and the love in me honors the light and the love in each one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.